Um, Welcome to the podcast, Marbles. I just want everybody to be aware that coming up, we have Twangstock 2025.
Yep.
We had you on last year, to talk about it. That was the first time we had met, and I think that was a pretty big year. In terms of your festival, like,
Yeah.
you're in New York City, and now this year it's even bigger.
Yeah.
You wanna give our listeners a kind of rundown of what's happening?
Sure. This is now the third year that I'm doing it in New York City. And the 20th year that I'm doing it in general. I started it off in my backyard in Levittown. And that's when I used to have a house in Levittown and a backyard. I don't have a house or a backyard anymore. But Otto's has kind of become a home for my band, Strange But Surf.
Yeah.
So figured to do things over there, And like you said, it's even bigger this time. We've got a dozen bands booked. I gotta pull the list up here if you don't mind.
Not at all.
If I figure out where the hell it is now. I open up every window in the world to get you working. And now I gotta make sure when I close the windows, I don't shut you off. That would be a bad thing. But let's see.
I said you sound like Marky Ramone.
Oh, that's cool. I should have auditioned for them when they needed somebody.
That is the compliment.
Yeah, one of those Ramones guys. They auditioned for my punk band way back in the day, called the Chiselers, and I say he auditioned, but he never made it to the audition. Never came. He just left it late, But it was just nice enough that he asked us to audition, because he heard that we were looking for somebody, But I'm still looking for my list. Here it is. I had everything ready, but I had to switch from the phone to the desktop here, so that kind of threw me off. But anyway,
no worries.
To answer your question, on Saturday, which is May the 3rd, we'll start off at 5 p.m. with Cha Cha Boom. They're really, really cool. They're all really cool. So I'm not even going to bother saying it. 6 p.m., Cupid's Nemesis. 7 p.m., Drip 2.0. 8 p.m., the Vivisectors. They originate from Russia. Next up at 9 is Agent Octopus. Very tight. We had them last year.
Jim Colby.
They were very tight. At 10 p.m., a band I'm kind of fond of called Strange But Surf. That's my band. I play the drums and guitar. And at 11 p.m. is New York City's greatest surf band, the Supertones. They've been around forever, And that's Saturday. Now, something I want to throw in here is that, this thing filled up so fast. So quickly. Eddie Freddie, he's hosting it with me. He put out that we were looking, to book, 2025 last year. A long time last year, long before I even was thinking about it. Band, I was lining up the bands right away. So you're right that it was big. It's bigger, and it's still 2 days. And on Sunday, May 4th, we have Past the Poi. I said that right.
Oh yeah.
The Time Surfers at 6 p.m. That's the time that they surf in. Uh, uh, 7 p.m. Alien Surf Dogs. They're from Long Island. Like I'm from Long Island. And then at 8 p.m. we have James Cooking Company. And at 9 p.m. we have Lonesome Dave Fisher Trio. They were with us 2 years ago, and they just brought their house. They were just great. They had a bunch of rockabilly in them. And, I like to put a bunch of variety in there, besides it being, surf music. My band, Strain for Surf, we put a bunch of variety in there too. So we like to, chop things up for the set and for the audience, as well for, in this case, the festival. Throw some different types of music out there besides, the fact that every other band might end up playing Pipeline, So we have to be careful. We're just happy to do this.
So when I first saw it pop up on Facebook and it had the Tiki, I was like, okay, all right, it's time to reach out to Marbles. But there was just so much, the channel really started to pick up some momentum. So I had all these corresponding emails and I had to make time. So I didn't want to rush you, but I wanted to get it in because I want everybody to know that it's a hop, skip, and a jump from where I am in Philadelphia, also from High Tide's neighborhood in Asbury Park.
Yeah.
It's it's right over. It's right over the bridge, under, through the tunnel, like whatever you need to do to get there. And if you're coming from Philly, you take the train up.
Yeah, the train, from Penn Station, the subway brings you like 2 blocks away. So it's like a hop, skip, and a walk over to Otto's. Shrunken Head. Let me throw the address at you. Hold on. It's 538 East 14th Street in New York City. That's between Avenue A and B. It's in the East Village. That's the area that they call Alphabet City, because it's Avenue A, B, and C.
Yeah.
It's such a historic area, and right next to it is the Bowery where CBGB's was, and a bunch of clubs in that area that are still there and have turned into other clubs, and aren't even clubs at all. But the whole area has been an area of music, original music and stuff. And I've been playing there a long time, but Otto's kind of picked up the ball. And they've been there a long time, and they're really dedicated to what they do. They didn't sell out the building when the developers came, and they really like what they do, and it's a great place with some great soul, and I like playing there, and I like doing this.
It really is. I mean, along with the Bowery, I see a lot of, especially Wiped Out, the surf band, playing at the Bowery a lot.
Yes.
But why does Otto's Shrunken Head seem like New York's Surf Central? Like, what is it about that club, would you say, attracts touring bands and
Well, for one thing, it's free for the patrons, and that brings a crowd. I know that doesn't always do it, but for me it does it, and it brings people in, and it's always got a crowd there. I guess it's they got good bartenders, which makes it a good bar. and a good bar's always got good, crowd in it. And if you have good music there and in a good area, which it is, you got a good formula. You got a good formula, and they do, and it works, and been working a long time. I've been going there before I was even in a surf band, before I even dreamed of having a surf band. It just was cool. They had Frank Wood used to book shows there, and he booked my old band, the Chislers, the punk band that I was in, and he got us back together, in fact, for one big Halloween spectacular. And yeah, then I got back interested in playing, and then I formed Strange But Surf, and the rest is rock and roll, basically. And I got the idea for Twangstock. I was having a heart attack 20 years ago, and I decided if I survived, I would throw a party and get all those cool people that I met at Otto's. It's a good scene, together, and have a party and get to know each other. And a bunch of years later, COVID came, and like I said, I don't have the house or the backyard anymore. And we stopped for a while, did it in some clubs, and then the COVID came and didn't do it at all. And I said, well, like you say, why is it the Tiki Center of Tiki? I go, well, I wasn't asking. I'm just saying, okay, I'm going to do Twangstock at the Center of Tiki in New York City. And they allowed me to do it. And Unsteady Freddy, very gracious, to turn over his monthly surf rock shindig, which is another reason why it's a big part of the Tiki Center of New York City. Every month he's there with 3 surf bands, throwing one of these bashes, one of these shindigs. So he wants them, he needs them, they're coming. I come from 2 hours away in Long Island. He's had guys come from Germany, Russia, Philadelphia, even New Jersey. And that's why. It's I guess it is, and that's why I did it. I'm doing it there, and it kind of works out easy for me, at least when I do it at a bar or a club, because they buy old booze. The places next door have all the food. They have a dumpling place next door, a pizza place next door, a cafe across the street, and a convenience store next door, Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, it's a good spot to be in, especially if you're drinking. Having those cool tiki drinks, they got them too. There too. And got a whole menu of them. And it just has a good vibe to it.
Awesome. So, May 3rd and May 4th.
Yes.
Head in Manhattan.
Yeah. Center of the world, center of Tiki.
I can't believe I'm talking the guy who booked Twangstock in the center of rock and roll right there.
Yeah, hey, it was I know the people there, and it was just an achievement to bring it back. And just prior to me bringing it back, I had open heart surgery, and it kind of knocked me on my ass, but I bounced back from that, and I did 4 or 5 songs with my band, Strange But Surf. And then the second year, which was last year, we did a full set, and we're going to do a full set this year, and we got some cool stuff planned, and so is all the other bands.
Nice.
Show.
Why is it that, and I can speak on behalf of myself as well, why does it take some brush with death for you to see like, okay, now all this other shit is not important. Like this is why I'm doing this, and like, what opened your eyes? I mean, I know it was a traumatic experience, but the moment that you decided that you were going to do what was important, like, what were you feeling at that time?
Well, it really was Otto's itself. That I met some really cool people when we went to play there at Unsteady Freddy's Shindig. And I was like, boy, these are cool people. I'd like to get to know them better. But I only see them like passing in the dark hallway of Otto's, I invite them to my house. I had a house. I figured might as well invite them to my house before they throw me out. And I did like 14 or 15 of them there before they threw me out. So, it was a lot of fun. I guess that's the answer. It was Otto's and the people themselves. They were more important than me. I didn't care. I don't give a shit if I dropped dead. It didn't matter to me. I was eating pretty good, and the nurses were cute. So. When
I wound up in the hospital, none of the nurses were cute.
Well, last year, I had another health problem, and my back collapsed, and I had sciatica, pinched nerve down there.
No.
Yeah, and diabetes neuropathy made it permanent. So I have a really screwed up walk now, but I'm getting stronger, getting better, and it just makes me want to walk stronger and walk farther to Twangstock.
Yeah.
From the parking lot, very convenient parking lot, across the street. For those who are driving, and and I'm driving, and
your Vespa?
No, won't be driving my Vespa, but I'll be driving it maybe Friday. The temperature's going to go up to 72 actually on Saturday. So,
nice.
Maybe I'm also the president of the Hornet Scooter Club of Long Island. I'll put that plug in for us. We are the only scooter club on Long Island that matters. 25 years of doing it, and we meet every Sunday, even in the wintertime, just to hang out, not with the scooters. And we get in those things called cars, and then we talk about when it gets warmer. But otherwise, I haven't had the opportunity too much to ride to a gig yet, but I'm working on it.
Nice. All right, before we sign off, I do want to ask you, because I'm curious for myself, what is your favorite jam song?
James. Let's see. James Taylor?
No, the Jam.
Oh, the Jam. Oh, the Jam. Now that's something different.
Yes.
I think it's got to be That's Entertainment.
Yeah.
I think I like that one. I like Town Called Malice.
Yeah.
That's got to be the. I wrote a version of that, an instrumental version of that song, called A Surf Called Malice.
Yeah.
But it never came to life. Maybe next year. Maybe.